Hey, what's going on? This is Chris. If you're new to the channel, I'm building software as a service apps by myself with no experience. Today, we're outlining what the MVP is going to look like for my first app. In the last video, we took a look at a questionnaire here. I basically went through the whole thing outlining exactly what this is, who this is for, what it's going to do, and which problems it solves. I'm not really going to be answering those questions today, but if you want, check out the video in the description. It's me going through this. Today, I'm going to be describing the MVP or the minimum viable product of this app. Basically, this is the minimum features and functionality that this app needs to have in order to serve its purpose and solve its problem it's trying to solve. This is going to be version 1 of the app that we release if we make it to release. Also, in the next video, we're going to be making a demo of this MVP to be able to show it off to our target audience. So if you want to follow along, feel free to subscribe to the channel. You'll be notified when that video comes out. So what I've done is I've gone through the entire flow of the app and I've written acceptance criteria in the form of sentences like this. Given a customer selects a service, when they confirm their booking, and then take it to the Stripe checkout. Basically, the idea is for me to sort of map out all of the flow and functionality of this app in plain English. That way, when I'm doing the demo video and even the MVP, I'm not really guessing at what this thing should or shouldn't do. I've already got it written down here in plain English. Now, I'm sure there may be things that come up along the way, but basically, if I just follow this is how I know exactly when this MVP is done. So if you did miss the last video, what I'm building is a time travel aware automated scheduling platform. It's kind of like Calendly, but it's going to show your availability based on where and how far you've got to travel. The thing is with Calendly, you can set a buffer in between your meetings, but it's always the same amount. It's always constant. So if you have a 45-minute buffer and you only have a 5-minute drive, that could really mess things up. We're going to be niching this product down for HVAC businesses. Anyway, like I said, I'm not going to get too into this. I did that in the last video. So if you want to check that out, I'll leave a link in the description. So the first thing I did was I listed out the pages that we need for the MVP. This is how I see it. For the businesses, we need a calendar view, a manage appointment types screen, and an onboarding page and flow. And then their customers should be able to enter their address, choose the available slot they want for their appointment, and get a confirmation screen. I'm not going to go through every single acceptance criteria that I've written down here, but basically when the business logs in, they should be looking at a calendar view. To me, I envision it something sort of similar to Google Calendars, where it's like you see your week at a splash, and then you can see time slots that fill those days of the week. I envision this as actual time spent on an appointment, one color, maybe blue, and then travel time, another color, maybe orange. The idea is that the businesses can click on these orange travel slots and then open up the route in Google Maps or Apple Maps or something like that. The businesses also need to be able to manage appointment types. They should be able to create different appointment types that are different durations and optionally require deposits. These businesses have some jobs that take 1 hour, some jobs that take 3 hours. The businesses should be able to configure this on their own. And one of the problems that this app tries to solve is it tries to reduce or even eliminate the number of no-shows. We're enabling businesses to do this by requiring optionally a deposit upfront for certain appointment types. In this manage appointment type screen, businesses should be able to optionally set up this deposit. The next most important screen is starting with the customer's flow. The first thing that they should do when they click the link that they're given by the business is they should put in their address. The idea is that the business can set its own service area that the customer puts in its address to see if it's within or outside of the business's service area. If the customer is within the business's service area, they should then be able to select a slot on the day they've selected based on the business's availability and how far they need to travel. The app is going to look at already booked appointments. It has the location data and it's going to calculate how long it's going to take to get there from the previous job and reflect availability based on that. But of course, if there's any sort of overlap or anything, that slot is just hidden from the customer. They'll have to choose something different. Finally, once the appointment's booked, the customer will go to the confirmation screen. Before they get here, if there's a deposit required for this appointment type, they'll have to pay that through Stripe checkout. The idea on the confirmation screen is that it shows all of the appointment details, and then the customer should also receive a text message confirming the details. Finally, the last page, I won't be featuring this in the demo video, but it's also going to be important for the MVP, is the onboarding page. We'll have to get the businesses that want to require a deposit set up with Stripe, have them set their business hours, add a service type or many service types, and also we're going to want them to define their service area. So far, it seems very simple, but I want to see if we can get this concept to stick a little bit with these businesses. I'm going to spend this week building out this flow and working on recording a demo video. That's going to be the next video on the channel. So if you want to see an actual demo of this, subscribe and follow along. It'll be up soon. Let me know what you think of this idea in the comments below. Do you think that this would be useful for businesses? Why or why not? And if you've made it this far, thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you in the next video.